Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this photograph and they actually sent me some work they've done in Corel and they're doing everything correctly. I just thought I'd show him in case he did a wrong step and then maybe how to clean it up a little bit. So here's the cut line, and if we turn it to like a wood color and take away the outline, that's kind of what it would look like. So he's got a picture of the cross, and I'm guessing it's a correct size and it wouldn't really matter because you could always change the size and make it larger or smaller. It's a little bit bigger than I like to trace, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this, and I'm going to go to Trace Bitmap, Outline Trace Clip Art. I've got my nudge factor set already, I think on 14. Takes a little bit of time to do this, but the end result would be pretty cool. I wish I knew more what the symbol in the middle means. And we've done pretty good, so we're going to do that. And now I'm going to nudge it out of the way. And we've got a pretty good graphic of it, but if you see the lines that the wood put up on the, that's going to complicate matters later. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Object Group and ungroup it, and then start deleting the gray parts and the tan parts and anywhere that there's a hole. A little bit time consuming, and you could use your imagination whether that should be like that or not. You know, you want to get every little hole. We can make the holes larger or smaller once we get it all kind of done and start cleaning it up. I really should have already had one of these halfway done, so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch this. We want to leave some of that gray matter like right up here, kind of define that star. The stars aren't perfectly star shape, or even if they are stars, they might be leaves, you know, five-sided leaves or something as far as I can make out. His brother cut across that like this years ago on a scroll saw. And if you've never done any scroll saw work, it's pretty intense and pretty rewarding. I used to do a lot of scroll saw work before I got my laser. And I apologize. It won't take just a second because it really needs to be done completely. Whoop, I had my smart fill tool already. You got to get the pick tool and delete. So all I'm doing is keeping my finger on the delete button, and I'm picking a spot and then deleting it. You know, try to get sure you get all the little spots, because that's going to add some detail. See, some of them are tan, most of them are gray, and we could quite possibly use find and replace on this to find all the grays, but they might not be the same gray. It doesn't really come up with a color, so I don't know if that would even work, and now we're halfway through it. But just, you know, kind of do it as quickly as you can. You know, if you see something that's brown that you think maybe should have been taken out, go ahead and take it out. We're almost done. See, the shades of gray don't even all come out. So find and replace would help us a little bit. And, you know, the picture was taken at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to leave that little bitty, well, go ahead and take it out. Because you can always make that hole bigger. Almost done, folks. And then we're going to do some tricks to it. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. And a few more right up in here. And Mike, I know you've already done this, so this isn't going to help you too much, but maybe the next step will. All right, we're good to go. Now I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to make it all black. Well, that didn't work. Let's try smart filling it in red. Now, see, all the wood grain is what's going to cause you problems. So now what we need to do is take a rectangle using the smart fill tool, to fill in, and it's going to go in all the crevices on the outside. And then we're going to nudge it out of the way. We're going to go ahead and left click, right click, make that a hairline, go up to object, break the curve apart. That way we can get rid of our rectangle. Now the one thing nice about instead of nudging all the red over, I am going to group all this together. Control G. That way we can move it out of the way in a minute. But we're going to take the Smart Fill tool now, and we're going to fill all the inner parts. We're going to do just the opposite. And really, quite possibly, I could have maybe saved a step by just covering the gray with red and had it already grouped together. But there's going to be some shades of the gray that it might not have got into. See, like right there, there's two pieces of red. But we'll fix that in a minute. So just go through here and get all the red spots. I find it easier to work on one side or the other. You know, getting all the parts while you're zoomed in on that side. And all the red's going to move away. You do not want to, you don't want to do there, because that's the outside. I'm not even sure that is worth it right there, but we can always enlarge the holes. So Smart Fill tool, back. Actually zoomed in too much to the top. And really, if I was doing this for real, I would zoom in more and move around. But we're almost done. If you'll just hang on another minute. Because then we're going to take the, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in too. So there was a problem right there. If you just covered up the red, it might not work. You might not see that. Almost done. And because our trace version is, I'm going to leave that little bitty hole. And see, the picture was kind of taken at an angle. And 3 more. That was taken at an angle, but we could go ahead and fill it in. Now we have that. Now you can nudge this out of the way. And then we can left click, right click, and there you have it. But remember these pieces that were combined together? 2 ways to look at it. We could take the virtual segment delete key and just delete these lines. We're going to want to clean that up in a second. There's another one right here. That's why I'm thinking that we'd almost had to do it the way I'm doing it. And this part way down here. You know, really, that's probably not going to be visible anyway. One more spot right here. See, this is where the color was just separated. And you could maybe even try welding, but I doubt if it would work. I think we're good to go. Now, all you have to do is just nudge these over to your cross, make sure they're a hairline. Well, I'm going to change it. Well, it's his file. He's working in CMYK. And then just, if you have X7 or above, see on this one right here, we're going to have to fix. Because if we use the smoothing tool now, it could quite possibly, no, it's not. So I would just smooth out these shapes. The smoothing tool is great for something like this. They're individually, you have to make sure they're clicked on, and, just go around to the worst ones. And, we're just going to see if I'm going to click on it. Now the nodes show up. And you can just go around and around and around. It's actually showing you how much it's moving. Well, there's another set of lines. And like you wouldn't want that square part. And then go around the whole outside with the same thing. Smoothing tool is in X7 or above. Because especially on scroll saw work, and even laser work. Okay, here's this one bad spot. We need to see what the smoothing tool is going to do on that. And you can always stop and grab your shape tool and do this right here and actually get rid of that. Yeah, some of this stuff might not even be, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. Those are two nodes that are joined, but the smoothing tool shouldn't really affect it. And you could join those two nodes. Shift select both lines, grab them both, go to Windows, Dockers, join curves, and now it's one, and we can delete that node, and we get a straighter line. I wish I knew what this represented, because that's probably the heart of the cross. And if you knew what that represented, you could almost redraw the whole thing. Anyway, just kind of go over it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. You're always going to see what it looks like, after you're done using the Smart Fill tool. And we'll make it a kind of a wood color. And that's what it's going to look like. And that way you could really tell, like right there, that's too sharp of a point. So take away the Smart Fill, take your shape tool. See, those are two lines that are probably not connected. Be good to have this open and just close it up and then delete it. See, like right there, that jagged edge, delete some of those nodes. Maybe even use your handles to make it wider. Anyway, kind of a cool project. You could try, let's do this. Let's make a duplicate of this and move it over. It's got 127 objects. Look at all the nodes. We could try reducing it by like 20%. And it didn't really do anything. Probably because it's all one piece, or not all one piece. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit. Thank you for watching.